It's time to make something happen. Visit MakeSomethingHappen.TV to be a guest on our show. Showcasing Lady Gilmore, host of Queen on the Scene radio show and the owner of Follow Your Dreams Daycare Palace. Executive producer, Altogether Marketing LLC. Producer, Audrey M. Wiggins. This is a Mason Wiggins Media Group production.
One of the most fundamental parts of doing business on the web is keeping your customers' information safe. Fear of hacking and other security breaches still makes a lot of people jittery about disclosing their credit card numbers and other private information online, like their home address and telephone number. And if they suspect that it could be compromised when they make a transaction on your site, they're going to take their business elsewhere. That's why you need an SSL certificate for your website.
It's time to make something happen. I'm Audrey Wiggins, your host, and here we take local conversations and make global impacts. Today our guest is Lady Gilmore. She's a media mogul. She is also known as Queen on the Scene. She's been around for an awesome time frame. That's how we're gonna set it like that. So we're gonna learn more about her, where she's been, where she is, where she hopes to go, and also she's going to be talking about an event that she's hosting coming up called Tutus and Bow Ties. All right, Lady Gilmore, welcome to the show. How are you, my dear?
Doing fine.
Awesome.
Peace and good day, my sister.
Yes,
thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Wouldn't think of anybody else.
Oh, bless the Lord. Bless the Lord.
Yeah, praise God. So tell us about Lady Gilmore and the Queen on the Scene. How you got started?
Oh, it's amazing.
Wow.
My parents migrated from the South.
Okay.
They came from a little road town called Tifton, Georgia.
All right now.
And they came, some of the family went to Cincinnati and some came to Cleveland. So my family was part of the ones that came to Cleveland. And my daddy was in the Army.
Okay.
And he said that first time that he cut them potatoes, he knew. He said, this is not for me. I better start reading.
I'm not going to be a chef.
I'm not going to be a chef. He said, I need to find something because I have children.
Okay.
And I want my children to know that you can be what you want to be, do what you want to do. So that's how my daddy wound up in communications.
Okay.
So when he got out of the service, he hooked up with WJMO, the old WJMO,
Okay.
because some of them was in the service, or some of their families was in the service, so they knew my daddy. So at 8 years old, with us going to Catholic parochial school, we were out of school a lot.
Okay.
So Daddy would take me to the radio station. He said, I'm going to take you because your brothers, he said, look at them. They over there jumping and choking each other. They ain't even
professional wrestlers. Right?
Yeah. That's what Mama say, honey. They're going to be professional. He said, okay, now you believe they're going to be professional. And I came up in such a happy home. I don't know anything about nothing but happiness coming up. So Daddy would take me. And back then, we weren't allowed to talk to adults. So I'm just sitting there. And they would say something to me, and I'm just looking because I knew I better not answer. And finally, Daddy said, answer them. So they said, you're going to be in radio one day. I said, no, I'm not. No, not for me. And to experience how they took their talent with what they had.
Okay.
I mean, they created their own sound effects. It was just awesome being so young to see this. And I kept going and kept going. And like I say, being out of school, I would go more regularly with my daddy. Because these is, as he used to call them, these is homeboys. So he would always take me. Had no idea that they was planting the seed for me to be in the radio industry. Radio
So what is it? What did you want to do? Have you thought that you?
Well, my mother was a nurse.
Okay.
And my mother wanted me to be a nurse, of course. So when I went on to school and graduated, I went to Tri-C to take the nursing program. When they brought that cat out, no. I never will forget. It was the black cat about that long. And for my, I ain't cutting up nothing.
So from the potatoes to the cat, you your daddy's girl.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, no, I got to find something else for me to do. But loving my parents, I'm telling you, I had wonderful parents. And I was so hurt to go home and tell Mom and Dad I had went for a year.
Oh, wow.
that this just not was for me. And my mother said I will not be responsible to God for not allowing my child to choose what she would like to be.
Wow.
So I kept going
That's
to the radio
awesome.
station, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. My mother said no.
So how did you know, though, that you wanted to be in radio, though, or communications in some form
Because
fashion?
I got to like it. And
Oh,
then
okay.
as I got older, they would let me talk on the radio.
That was it right there.
That's it. They was like, oh, she can talk. Oh, look at her.
Okay.
Then I started, what do you call it, emulating what they were doing. I had my little sound effects going on because they had jars and tin
That is
cans.
crazy.
Oh, it was so crazy. But it was so much fun. And they taught me how to speak well on the radio. My father, even today, I look in the mirror. Daddy said, look in the mirror and begin to talk.
Wow. Yes, that's right.
And when I teach, that's what I tell everybody. But everything went well. So my father said, you need to learn both sides of the coin. I want you to go in corporate America.
Okay.
He said, there's a big difference. I want you to go. So my father would say, monster. What did he call them? Lions and tigers and bears. He said, now you fixing to find out that being working for me, the difference it is going to be working with somebody else.
Yes.
And one of I have so many memories of working for my daddy. We had 4 telephones.
Okay.
Because it wasn't like it is now. So we had white, beige, black, and red.
Okay.
So each one of those phones had a different number, and I had a different script to read.
Okay.
So one time, one of his co-workers called, and he cut me off in the middle of my script. I said, no, I'm not finished. I said, now my daddy said, read this whole entire paper. It was on an index card. And you cut me off, so now I'm going to start all over.
Oh, no.
I started all over. He was cracking up. And he listened. Oh, yeah. I said, so now, how may I help you?
Right.
I think I was 10 at the time.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, so when I went to corporate America, what a difference. What a difference. But I needed that experience.
Yes.
And I stayed in corporate America until 1997.
Okay.
I have 18 years banking experience under my belt. Got promoted to a supervisor at one particular bank. God did it.
Oh, yeah.
God, see, back then, they hired you on experience.
Oh,
now
you preaching something there now.
Yeah, now you need the degrees and all of that. So I was faced up against people with 2 and 3 masters, bachelors, and all that, but I had such experience. So I was made supervisor of this department.
Okay.
With my experience, and my mother said it wasn't nobody but God.
That's right.
See, where Euclid is now, 105 Euclid, that used to be Cleveland Trust.
Oh, yeah, that whole block there.
Oh, please, we had it going on. There was really no need to go downtown. Because from like Kinsman, Union, all the way back over to St. Clair.
Yes.
We had everything.
The movie theater, you just ride the bus down and go to the theater.
And I remember riding the bus and we paid 8 cents.
Yes. Okay.
Now we paying $5.
All right, exactly.
So 8 cents was the fare. If you wanted to transfer, it was 3 cents. Isn't that something?
Yes.
We paid 20 cents to go to the movies. And at that time on Euclid, they had 3 or 4 different movies in there. So as children, we would just run to all of them.
Right.
20 cents, we thought that was a lot of money. And being in the right place at the right time. When I came up, we didn't eat in fast foods.
Okay.
My mother cooked from scratch every day. We had a garden in the back.
Wow.
I grew up on the Hunter from Cedar. So it was really a family because the majority of them migrated from the South. And that was wonderful too. So I have so many funny things to share. The black businesses. I've been trying to get a hold of Bob Lanier.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Years ago, I think I was about 10 again, we had our own black directory.
Okay.
And you only did business with the people in that directory.
Wow.
And it was a black book. It wasn't all fancy.
Right,
You know,
just a
and
listing of the services.
right,
Okay.
and which was great because they all loved each other. I remember I just was crying coming down Buckeye when I see a red dump truck. I always think of my daddy.
Wow.
And I remember his truck stopped. And I'm telling you, they came out like woodwork. People that he didn't even know. But here's a brother that has his own business.
Right.
And that's a lot of times, sis, you know, I've been knowing you a long time.
Yes, yes.
How we have to remember. We need to support more
Yes,
than
and celebrate
what we do.
one another.
Oh, man.
My goodness.
Mayor Carl Stokes. I knew then, well, I knew from my mother. My mother was behind the scenes in the community, and Mama would really take clothes out of our closets and go give to people.
Okay.
If she was to see someone on TV, because everybody on the street didn't have TV, so there were
Right.
certain houses we all went to. And Mama would see a fire, and she would just get up, wouldn't say anything, go get our stuff that we're not wearing,
Right.
and would give it away. And I used to say, oh, I'm never going to be like that. Now I'm giving away everything I got.
Okay, okay.
I have to, because now I'm such a giver from saying I wouldn't do what
Right,
Mama
you were taught
did.
it, but it was emulated right there in front of you. You couldn't help
Right.
it.
So let's get back to Mayor Carl Stokes. I never will forget that experience. I think I was like 15, 16, somewhere in through there, where he was going for mayor, right?
Yes.
So he would come on each street, walk, sit on the porch. You know, everybody was cooking when we heard Carl Stokes was coming.
Okay.
So he had to eat chicken from
From one end of the street to
one
the
end of the street to the other. Fried chicken,
God,
fried
some
corn,
homemade
and okra.
lemonade.
Yeah, homemade lemonade. And I remember him sitting on our porch, as many porches, and how he would talk about what he wanted to do. And I said, wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So I began to follow his path.
Okay.
Not knowing.
Yeah.
Because we don't know. And Daddy would say, watch him. So you can learn a lot from him. He always wanted to put me in contact with people to watch
Okay.
and learn from, like what they do you and I. So that's how my life was coming up. And then I ran into a brick wall.
Okay.
I got knocked out health-wise.
Okay.
I didn't know what was wrong. I had a cold. I went to the Cleveland Clinic, gave me some medicine, thinking I'm all right. But I got very, very, very ill. Was in the hospital for a long time. When I was taken back with this sickness, the brick wall, I was at Cleveland Clinic. And they was trying to figure out what had happened to me from the side effects from the antibiotics. And that's when the thyroid, they discovered it was my thyroid.
Wow.
And I was in intensive care, I was in the hospital, heart monitor, I never had a heart problem, but this was the results. And my heart would beat well after 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Because I'm up going and doing it in the bed all day. I wasn't doing very well. So, because they had me on bedridden, I was bedridden. So by that third day, I felt better, so I got up and took myself to the bathroom. And everything went off, bells and lights, and everybody's running looking for her. She's not here. So I'm in the bathroom brushing my teeth. They was like, oh my gosh. But that was my start of recovering from this bad, sickness, which took a while.
Yeah, and if you notice today too, there's not a lot of long hospital stays unless it's like they really think it's medically necessary. Say part of that healing is getting up, you gotta get out of here, you gotta walk around and whatnot. Yes, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, but because our generation, we weren't used to being in the bed. I'd get up at 6 o'clock every morning, even when I was a child coming up. So I said, I'm fine. Well, no, because I couldn't talk very well.
Right.
And, I'm making some, but when I look back on it, I look at it as a teaching moment that no matter what you do or how you help and do, we all gonna have that brick wall.
Right.
Thank God for my faith. that my parents might put into me, my mama. And so I knew to lean and depend on the Lord.
Right, right.
And being on radio, we talk about my radio days. I was on the radio, and they didn't. The nurses and the doctors didn't know who I was. It's like, who is this lady?
Right, right.
Because my room was full of flowers, all kinds of things. Were having my thyroid taken out.
Wow.
You know I couldn't eat. So some of my listeners worked at Cleveland Clinic. So I had all the Jell-O and the ice things, whatever they had. My room was full of all this stuff every day. And the kindness helped heal me too. But then I had to take it slow because I was in hospital 3 weeks.
Wow.
And you know, they don't, even back then, they don't keep you unless something was wrong.
Exactly.
But through God, through prayer, therapy, loved ones, working with me, and here I am today.
Yes.
And I stopped speaking. I counseled and rescheduled a lot of my speaking engagements because my words wouldn't come out.
Okay.
And then I had to think. You do workshops and you always encouraging somebody. Now I need, that song is right, encourage yourself.
Right, right.
Encourage yourself. So I went back to what my daddy taught me, look in the mirror. And I started speaking and talking, and when I stumble and forget, I just keep right on going. You just have to keep right on going. Because a lot of times, if we don't bring it to your attention,
we don't even notice.
you don't even notice.
Yes.
And so that worked out real good. And I finally accepted an engagement to speak before 500 people. And I kept having those moments with my speech and my thinking. I kept right on going. So on intermission, we're amazing people.
Okay.
The mother told me, she was 92 years old. I said,
Wow.
all right, mother. She says, you made so many mistakes. You need,
Thank you.
Thank you. She even knew the words that I mispronounced. And I'm saying to myself, is this what you got out of this? Sitting there like you're a teacher?
Right, right.
But I had to be respectful.
That's right, that's right.
So I listened and I said, oh, mother, thank you so much. You know, the Bible speaks about out of kindness.
That's right. That's right.
I said, mother, thank you so much. I appreciated what you've done. Oh, my goodness, mother. I started praising her, you know.
Right,
She was like, you can see it in her face. Where this crazy lady come from? But that's what we have to do because I was brought up to be respectful.
Exactly.
So ever since I accept that engagement, I've been on the road. I told the Lord, thank you. Then I thought about when Moses said he stuttered.
Yes, yes.
He stuttered. God said, I open your mouth. I'll speak for you. So I share that story, that testimony really.
Yeah, that's
because so many of us have encountered sicknesses that we didn't want to happen.
Right.
And even now, you know, my thoughts come and go. I just keep right on going. Because guess what? It's somebody that wish they had this.
Exactly.
You know, there's people laying in the hospital right now that would wish, oh, I wish I could sit in that chair like her and speak like her. So I took my negative and turned it into a positive and got back on my journey, sis.
All right, all right.
Me and you got
back on the journey.
We got back on the journey.
Yes, here we are.
And here we are today, 2019.
Yes, who would know?
And who would I was 47 years old. Cutest little thing.
You still cute, Lady Gilmore.
Walk 2 miles every day.
Okay.
That time I let my hair grow, so my hair is down here, and I got the
goodness.
Farrah Fawcett look. Oh, I was a mess. And so I just picked up the torch and kept going. But that's when I start going back to natural hair because I can't have any chemicals in my hair.
Okay.
So it already fell out in the hospital, you know, from the thyroid. So I was already bald anyway. So whatever.
Right, right.
And I adjusted to that.
Okay.
Because I thought about the breast cancer. People that take chemo, I didn't have to take it.
Yeah.
So we have to turn that negative into a positive.
Absolutely.
And it took me a year and a half to get to where my health and I am now.
Wow.
Because my equilibrium is still off today. That's why I walk with a cane.
Okay.
Because I don't want to fall and break nothing.
Exactly.
And we just picked the torch up and keep going. Keep going.
Yes, yes. So what's on the horizon next?
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. We're having a fashion show, all children. Tutus and bow ties.
Oh, wow.
And my youngest is 2 years old.
Wow.
And she is walking around the daycare really thinking she is somebody. She got her mic and she's saying her name and all that. So the ages are 3 to 17 years old.
Okay.
Boys and girls, to make it simple on the parents. Because I don't want my parents going out encountering a debt.
Exactly.
Your choice of what you want your baby to wear. But the last scene, the girls have to wear tutus and the boys have to wear bow tie.
Okay.
And it is a fundraiser
Mm-hmm.
under my daycare, Follow Your Dreams Daycare Palace.
Yes.
Is doing a charitable fundraiser.
So a palace has to have a queen on the scene.
And that's what the lady said when I registered online.
Oh, okay.
And I'm learning all this technology. So I called the state.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, you have to be a queen yourself to say a daycare palace.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Palace.
That's cute.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
You're welcome.
And so that's what we're doing.
Okay.
And the funds is going towards Women in Need Ministries.
Okay.
And what we do, we want to give honor to the founder, Lady Donella Lagan.
Yes.
And we get new underwear,
Mm-hmm.
new clothing, and toiletries, just a whole bunch of things. And our goal is to have our own house. We want a 12-bedroom house
Wow.
to house our mothers and children. Because when they escape, we don't have enough safe havens for them.
Yes.
And so that's our goal to do that. Like now, they're working on them now. We have an order from one of the shelters for 200 boxes.
Wow.
And what we do on the undergarment, go in, we do 5 per box. 5 undergarments, 5 pairs of underwear. And we put them in cute boxes and give them to them. And they've already provided us, the shelter, have provided us with the sizes.
Okay.
So that's on the outside of the box.
All right.
And we hand deliver, say it's you,
Mm-hmm.
we hand deliver it to you. The shelter lets us come in and we give it to you.
Oh, wow. So that's amazing. Like, you're presenting me with this gift, this
Yeah.
gift box, and I get to tear it open.
Yes, you ought to see them.
That's awesome. It's
Yeah.
like, wow, these people don't even know me. Look what they did for me.
And that's what they say. And to hear their testimony that I've never had a gift in a box. Someone tell us that they've always got something in a bag.
Wow.
And he'll throw it at them, then he'll take it back. But now I have my own personal boxes. And our colors are pink, black, and white.
Okay.
So it's
That's
really
pretty.
cute.
Mhm.
And you ought to see them. They act
Wow.
like they tutus and bow ties.
Uh-huh.
They be pulling the paper. And that's our reward, that we put a smile on somebody's face. So that's where the funds are going.
Okay.
And the children, their children, we're going to bring in 50
Okay.
to tutus and bow ties. So if
50
anybody-
children, like, from homeless situations? Okay.
And their mother.
And the mothers. Okay.
And we put a smile on both their faces. So we're in need of sponsors.
Yeah.
We're in need of donations and all of
Okay.
that. Because we want to bring our children, and we let them mingle. We dress them, oh yeah,
So
they'll
this
never
is
know.
a fabulous day. So this is Saturday, August 3rd from 12 to 4 at the Mediterranean Party Center. A children's charity fashion show, tutus and bow ties. And how can we get tickets, or how to sponsor it? How do we get in touch?
Okay, they can call me,
Okay.
216-235-8836. My team is working on that project today, so
Okay.
I'll be available all day. And I just want to talk about a wonderful team. We can't do it all.
Yes, that's right.
It took and it take some of us a little bit longer than others to get there. Oh, I want to do it. No.
Yes.
We have to delegate.
Yeah, and as entrepreneurs, guilty.
Yeah. When I
Solo
first started,
attitude.
oh, I got to do it. It won't be done right. But
Correct.
if you pray, God will send the
Yes.
people, the committed brothers and sisters to help you. And I have a wonderful team in different areas. In fact, they were there last night
Okay.
packing the boxes. And I want to give a shout out to Sister Kay Gaines at
All
Gaines
right,
Funeral
all
Home
right,
on Lee
all
Road,
right.
because
Thank
she lets us come in the banquet facility downstairs.
Okay.
we house them there. And she lets us come in, and that's where everybody meet
Okay.
and pack the boxes.
Wow.
Isn't that a blessing?
That is a blessing. You have community support. And I know we talked earlier, too, about community support. When you had the kids were doing the fashion show, and they were in somebody's store that we know.
Oh, my daughters. I love Fashions by Flowers. Renee and Tracy. Those. And I have to remember, they're not girls anymore. They're grown women. But they tell me, don't worry.
Exactly. I would say real quickly, too, that was my very first client.
Get out.
Yes.
I'm not surprised.
Yes.
I'm
They're
not
the
surprised.
same as they were then today.
Yes,
Beautiful
they are.
young
They're
ladies.
beautiful, and they have that community helping, serving spirit.
Yes.
So I called them up and I said, "Daughter, peace of good day, daughter." I said, "I need some help. What do you need?"
Yeah.
I said, "Can we do a photo shoot?" Oh yeah, she didn't let me finish. Renee didn't let me finish. I said, "Can we do a photo shoot for my babies at Fashions by Flowers?" "Yes, whatever you want." Yes, Lady Gilmore, it's done. "Tracy, this Lady Gilmore." So they let us come there with 28 children.
Oh my goodness.
We had 28 children, not counting the parents.
That could have been a zoo.
Oh my gosh. So I was teasing them. I said, "Daughters, this is amazing. Fashions by Fowler has turned into Follow Your Dreams Daycare Palace. Look at our babies." They was just everywhere. They were so well-mannered. And we did a photo shoot there with all the children. And shout out to Brother James Wade.
Yes.
He did the shoot for us, and he wasn't feeling good that day, so I was fussing at him. He said, no. When you call and you need something, Lady Gilmore, I'm going to be here. Yeah. And it was amazing. But this one young man, and he's 70 years old, so everybody's talking to me, you know.
Right.
I said, "Yes, handsome." He says, "I'm going to be a model. I'm going to be on TV. I'm going to be a movie star." I said, "All right then. Why we going to be on We the People?"
Okay, so he spoke it.
He spoke it July 19th,
Babes.
11 o'clock out of the mouths of babes. And I called his mother and his grandmother. I said, "The Bible tells us about out of the mouths of babes." This child spoke life into this ministry.
Yes.
So when I got the call, I couldn't stop crying because I'm thinking of him.
Yes.
And so that's wonderful. I mean, we're so excited. And with my love for children, all the media that's calling me to interview,
Awesome.
I rotate my babies, so I take some with me.
Okay, good.
Today with me, a little bit too early. No. I'm so glad I didn't make arrangements last night. And so they can be exposed.
That's right.
Who knows?
Yes.
He is going to be a model, but who knows what else?
Exactly.
Him and the other children. And one of the princesses there, her mother said, "She's not going to do anything. She's so shy, Lady Gilmore." I've been working with her, well, my 2-year-old grandbaby. I said, "Come here, precious." I said, "I need you to help. I want you to help me take care of my grandbaby." Oh, she took care of her like she was in the daycare business.
Okay.
I went and got her mother. I said, "Come here, let me show you something." I said, "Look, children do different when they're around other children." So we did that photo shoot, and we're excited.
Okay.
And daughters Renee and Tracy was like, "Oh my gosh, just oh my gosh!" And what made it so, it was so many wonderful things. Their mother was there.
Wow.
The queen of, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, their mother was there, and she was just in tears. She said, "Lady Gilmore, you just don't know." I said, "I'm moved by God because we have to pour into our children."
That's right.
I tell everybody, when we plant that seed, we got to water it, sis. If we don't water them with educational, prominent, promising, what do you want to be?
Right. Exactly. And there's people, I know you talk about your queen on the scene. Maybe you're driving down the street, you're on Grand Valley or different places, and you've helped a couple of young folks, a young lady and a young man. Tell us about
Oh, absolutely.
About
I was down in Garden Valley, and couldn't find my children with all the tore down stuff. So I see this young lady walking. She had a baby in the little bundle of joy.
Yeah.
And one was in a stroller, and one is on the east side. That's 4 children.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped.
Yes.
And I said, peace and good day, daughter. And she was real. What do you want to... No. I'm out my car, and I noticed the water coming from the stroller, so that's telling me the baby wet.
Yeah.
So I gave her Pampers to dry the baby. She asked for the sleeve. I said, no, my children taught me don't give you all the sleeve, because you can take it to the store and sell it. Okay, here I go. Whatever. And then while she's changing the baby, I see the water out of the tube that's walking.
Wow.
It's something.
That's sad.
It's very sad. So she changed, and then they didn't have milk, so I had Similac. And then they told me, don't give them the can.
Yes,
Because they'll take it and sell it, so I had a container. But the good part, out of her meanness to me,
yes,
God looked beyond that. I kept ministering to her, and I told her I wanted to go to school and do all that. And through our relationships that we have, she's now a nurse.
That's awesome.
That does what a mean. She's not mean anymore.
Okay, she's helping.
Yeah.
She's
yeah.
kind.
Oh yeah, she's kind.
Like
now.
way kinder than you.
Yeah,
At this
right.
point, yeah.
I said so. Those are the things that keep you going, that keep me going. Then I had one of my little rough edge son. He rough. He was rough. He's selling drugs, and he got so much money he didn't ran out of pockets. I said, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I said, you need to get a job. Take that negative. You need to work for the bank.
Yes, yes.
If you can count that money, you're worse than the mailman. Raising no hell asleep. You out here on this corner.
Right.
And I talked with him, and we got him in training. And today, he works for the bank.
Wow.
And he's a branch manager.
That is amazing.
And they tell me, because I have daughters that work there, that I said, don't tell him y'all know me, okay?
Okay.
They said, Mom, he's awesome. He's good with numbers.
Taking that, all of the criminality takes ingenuity, it takes brilliance to keep that life going. So why not turn that around and use it for something good?
Why not? And
And then you can help other people, get them off the street. He'll help other people.
And he does. He's doing the same thing I do, by the way.
Okay.
And he had never been hugged. So I'm a hugger. I had just met him. I said, he's like, I said, boy, get over here and give me a hug. What's wrong with you? And it was so touching because when I hugged him, I forgot, he laid his head on my shoulder.
Oh.
And I could feel the tears coming down my face. He said his mother never hugged me.
Wow.
I was like, why? I said, well, I'm your new mama.
Okay.
And I'll be hugging you, and you're going to cut this mess out, okay?
All right.
And he kind of like pushed back from me, and I just pulled him to me. I said, I'm a little rough too, son. But out of doing that, to never been hugged by your mother, I couldn't imagine my mama not hugging me.
Exactly.
But it grew our relationship. So one day I went looking for him, and he wasn't there.
Oh.
I forgot we had to put him in training. He was in school. Thank you, Lord.
Wow.
Great husband.
Wow.
Great father.
Okay.
Somebody cared.
Yeah.
Like you.
Somebody care them. Yes.
We have to care.
Yes.
Sis, we have to care.
We really do.
And we don't know who in tutus and bow ties
Yep.
that we're going to touch.
That's right.
We don't know. And like I said, the same thing that you have, it's time to make something happen.
Yes.
MakeSomethingHappen.TV. And it's just not a menu up there or a poster board. It says empower,
Yes.
educate, entertain, inspire, and what we love, impact.
Yes.
And through all of that comes passion, purpose, positive, position, and power. That's what all of that combined together will produce out of our children.
Yes.
And we'd be surprised. We'd be surprised.
Yes.
Like when I teach my daycare children. His name is President Barack Obama. We have a big picture, and I teach them to read, yes, you can.
Okay. Okay.
And what that mean, Grandma? I said, whatever you want to be. So my children tell me what they want to be.
Okay.
My 2-year-old, she want to be a ballerina.
All right.
I read the book to her one time, and she's just on them toes. She's on them toes. So I went to YouTube, and we watch it on YouTube. Oh, she got it going on now. She know the words and everything.
Okay.
And she said, "Grandma, whatever that is." And she says, "I have to stand on my toes, Grandma." I said, "Okay, you be careful because we don't have the shoes."
Yeah, right. You have to write it down, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
but she's so excited.
That's awesome. Yeah, we don't want to destroy that.
No, and they can learn at such a young age.
That's right. That's right.
And being nutritionists, we want our children to eat properly. We don't have cake and ice cream and all that kind of stuff in the daycare unless it's your birthday.
Okay.
We celebrate that.
Yes.
But my children eat a lot of vegetables.
Okay.
Because I tell them the vegetables will feed your brain. And you'll be smart like Grandma. You'll be smart like Grandma.
Okay. Oh, I want to be smart like Grandma.
Well, yeah, that's what they go home and tell. So now their parents are buying vegetables.
Okay.
She don't eat broccoli.
Yeah. That's very important. That's very important.
Nutrition.
You just don't have a business, just have a business. You have to care about your customers in this case, the young folks. So you're an entrepreneur, you're on radio, and you have a radio show as well. Tell us about that.
Me and my babies. It's KZRadio.TV under the stewardship of Pastor Larry James.
Yes.
Great person. He gave me an opportunity. I think I've been with Pastor between 13 and 15 years.
Oh, okay, because he's been around probably about that time.
When he first started.
Yes.
And, all the radio stations pulling at me. You need to be over here. No, I need to be.
right, I am.
Well,
Did you next now?
Yeah, right. I said, because we have to understand about loyalty. The loyalty.
Yes, it's important.
It's very important. So my show is mostly built on the gist of it is unsung heroes.
Oh, okay.
I've met some wonderful people on my show. Okay. The mother, I can't think of her name, that does the walk of where the slaves, Harriet Tubman.
Oh, I don't care remember who did
yes,
that.
Yes,
Okay.
Years ago I had her on. I've been blessed with some wonderful guests. My children that's at the different radio stations, they heard about tutus and bow ties. Come on, Mama, we got to talk about it. It's about the babies, and it's all about a relationship, which makes me so excited. And what about the tutus and bow ties? It's all children.
Okay, all right.
Everything is children-based. Come and laugh and have some fun. And we have some children vendors.
Okay.
And the adults that's there selling children products.
Okay.
Because we do have wonderful innovators, entrepreneurs, young like we were when we started.
Yeah.
And I do the toy drive. I gave up my born day and I give back to the community.
Okay.
So we do a huge toy drive, and we teach my children. When we go to the shelters and different other safe havens, all of them don't let us come in, but there's some particulars that let us come in.
Okay.
And my children give out the gifts.
Oh.
And I said, Grandma, what I'm going to say is real simple. Peace and good day. I said, and the ones that's a boy, you say, peace and good day, my brother.
Okay.
And then the girls, you say, peace and good day, my sister. You tell them Merry Christmas.
Yes.
So they're actually getting a hands-on of giving.
Yeah.
Oh, and you should see them, sis. Oh, my gosh. One of the gifts was so heavy that one of them couldn't pick it up. She said, Grandma, I need help. So we're doing community work, but we're also teaching. Be concerned about somebody else other than yourself.
Right. And you're teaching the next generation. That leads to your slogan.
Oh, that's it. The legacy continues.
Yes.
So you should hear him say it. Oh, yeah. They should hear my bass. Because who else is going to continue our legacy unless it's us?
Yes, that's right. That's right.
And unless it's us, sis, who going to make something happen?
That's right.
And unless it's us.
That's right.
Look at Fashions by Fowler. I hate to start naming because you will forget somebody.
Right, exactly. So
oh my gosh. Let me stop because I love all my children. But we all have to reach back in that community and bring somebody with you. And it's an impact. Look at me.
Yes.
8 years old going to the radio station.
Right, exactly.
Ken Hawkins and all of the Bobby Womack. I met a lot of that generation of people, and they said, "That's that little girl that just sits there and look." Never knew.
Yeah. Just building and building and building. One day, here you are, and then reversing it, giving her back, just like they gave it to you, giving it to some other kids.
We have to give back. If you don't mind, another testimony was this. I invited one of my daughters to church. She's really rough around the edges.
Okay.
But she got a good heart. So I go pick her up, right? Oh, she come out. You know how she was dressed.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing, because
That's right.
sometimes we talk too much. How can I make something happen
if you're talking?
So she gets in the car. Hey, Mama, peace. Peace a good day, Mama. I said, peace a good day, daughter. I ain't saying nothing. So we talking, and I'm driving, and we talking. Before we got to my church, she had changed her entire outfit
In the car.
In the car. I see her, I ain't saying that. We just talking. And I can't keep looking at her.
Right, against the road.
She had purple hair. On this side was purple, the middle was blue, and this was pink. She didn't even have that on when we got to my church.
Wow.
She changed everything. I never said a word. Then we get out the car. She helps me out. She says, "Mom, I think I'm going to have a nice time in church today." She says, "How do I look?"
Wow.
I said, "You look beautiful." She said, "Mom, I've been watching how you dress."
Teaching and with your mouth closed.
There you go. Now suppose this little pink thing would have said, "I know you ain't going to church looking like that." No.
No, you would have broke her spirit, and she would have probably threw the clothes at you. See, I had this outfit, but you would have messed it up.
Because she carries them big pocketbooks.
You had no idea, though.
I had no idea.
That's
I'm
awesome.
telling you, shoes, all, everything.
Okay.
And I looked when I said, "Ooh."
You the same person I picked up?
Yeah, you the same person I picked up. She left. "Oh, Mama, you so funny." And you know what she is today? Missionary.
Wow.
Don't use. My mother used to tell us that little pink thing in your mouth
Yeah.
will cause people to hurt,
That's right.
and you're going to be responsible for it.
That's
She's a big time missionary now.
That's awesome.
And give.
Amazing.
And give.
Giving, yes.
She just gives. She said, "Mama, I watch you give. It's a certain area I go in." And they called me. That's when I found out, sis, because I didn't know.
Okay.
The throwaway cell phones.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know. But I can't call them back.
Okay.
So they'll call and leave me a message. "Mom, hey, yo, mama, we need diapers. We need food. We ain't got no food," and stuff like that. I already know where to go.
Okay.
So they tell the people in that area, "Don't steal Peace Mama's car,
Yes.
because she's feeding us." Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it is. Wow.
Isn't that
that's
amazing?
amazing? For real. I know that there's nothing else, for me to say. So let's just like close it out and give that heartfelt message, to our viewers, because you've told us through your stories and your experiences, but let's just close it out, Lady Gilmore. Come on.
Okay.
That's
Alrighty
awesome.
then. Peace and good day again. I say to my brothers and sisters, find some time to help somebody else. All it takes is a moment. You don't have to do what I do, but find what you can do and help that person and encourage our children. There's so much violence going on. We have to love on the ones that's on the right path, and then with loving on them, the ones that's not on the right path will catch up. They'll see the story. A lot of times they see our story, they see our glory, but they don't know the story. There's so many hurting people out there. Entrepreneurs. My daddy taught me you're entering into a new lifestyle to help somebody else. And if you're in it for the money, get you a corporate job. Because there is no real money. Even the ones that's doing well, they still giving. We have to give. Don't try to be like me, because I'm not going to try to be like you, because whatever God tells you to do, do it. And that's all I want to say. And remember, I'm the guest on Make Something Happen, and I'm also the owner of The Legacy Continues. Peace.
All right. All right. Thanks, Lady Gilmore. That's awesome. So make sure you take those words and go out and make something happen. Let's make a positive impact.
Praise God.
Thanks, Lady Gilmore. To showcase on MakeSomethingHappen.TV or appear on any of our web shows, email studio@mwmg.tv. That's studio@mwmg.tv.